So this is just a heads up, just a forewarning, because I'm recording this after I did the video. This is a very informal rant. I'm not really going to be presenting much in the way of showcasing for my points I'm about to make. Like this whole thing was pretty much based off my gut feeling, and honestly, with similar feelings that I've had with releases in the past, like Fallout 76 and Destiny, whatever, Anthem, Other than that, though, like, I am not an official source, and I'm not even claiming to be one. I'm not a games journalist either. These are just my feelings and opinions on the upcoming release of Borderlands 3, and why I think that you should really tone down your hype. Given the current climate of the games industry and the politics even surrounding the game industry and just the world in general now, I think Borderlands 3 will alienate a lot of the people who are coming with the expectation that it will be a badass sequel to Borderlands 2. Borderlands 3 is really the last franchise I have left, and I feel like I have to make this for this game, because it's Borderlands, man. It's Borderlands 2. I'm still playing Borderlands 2. I'm still fucking playing it. It's so fucking good, and to know that the fucking death of another franchise is potentially right around the corner for me, I just wanna get it out there. I just wanna rant. Just wanna fucking talk about it. Yeah, the game's not out yet, but how many times have we heard that before? And it's turned out to be total shit. And based on actually valid reasons that we've had before the game released. How many times? Too fucking many. That whole "the game's not out yet" excuse is really withering away, and it doesn't hold much water with me anymore. It's total bullshit. It's just another reason for people to cling on to the false hope that something that they like might actually be good and not total garbage. I hope that you find that this video maybe eases your mind that someone else is having similar skepticism, or maybe makes you a little more aware that this game might not be the godsend that it is being hyped up to be. I've seen the fucking news channels out there, the Borderlands 3 news leaked, 0 returns, ? Exclamation mark, question mark. Like, I've seen that, and their tone comes off as very, very defensive. I feel like they don't like talking about that the game might be bad. I think they're scared to, because they seem to be just obsessed with the game, or that their channel depends on the fact that it'll be successful, I guess. I got sick of that bullshit, and I've decided to just come out and say it, because I haven't seen any of them say that the game might be shit and might suck because of current game industry fucking norms and stuff and politics. Oh, fuck me. Just keep politics out of games, please. I haven't seen any of them. I mean, I've watched a few, and I haven't watched them all, like, obviously. I mean, I'm not binge watching them, because they're not even that interesting to start with, because it's just a bunch of fucking speculation and minor informations that just don't fucking satisfy my urge to know what the fuck is the deal with Borderlands 3 at all. Oh, Jesus. So, with Borderlands 3 literally right around the corner, as it is the 25th today, I'm ready, motherfucker. I'm ready to make this. I'm ready to put this out there. Since we know pretty much nothing about the game, and to be honest, aside from what all those fucking Borderlands leaked news like channels would have you believe, we know next to nothing about Borderlands 3. Oh, what? We heard a rumor that Zero's returning? Whoa! Wow! Oh my goodness! Wow, we know so much now. It means the game's gonna be great, right? No. I don't think any amount of returning characters and fucking size of maps and graphics and whatever the fuck you have, I don't think it's gonna make a difference to the fact that I think Borderlands 3 will maybe not be shit, but it will not live up to Borderlands 2. I don't think it can live up to Borderlands 2. Borderlands 2 is such a legendarily amazing game that there is no way that something can live up to the expectation that Borderlands 3 has built. Especially, I mean, that's just in general, but especially in the current climate of gaming, politics, whatever the fuck. Borderlands 3 is possibly coming out at the worst possible time ever for a looter shooter. The thing is that look at all these other looter shooters. You've got Destiny, Destiny 2, The Division, Anthem, they're all shite, right? But the thing is that people often compare those games to Borderlands 2 and say, as a looter shooter, it is nowhere as good as Borderlands 2. You know, and people constantly herald Borderlands 2 as the best looter shooter ever made. And I agree with that. It is endlessly replayable and has a shit ton of value and doesn't feel greedy as fuck, and it feels almost benign in its intent as a product. I don't think Borderlands 3 will be able to hold off from the greed of the current gaming industry. I think a few things will happen. There will be microtransactions in a looter shooter, and some people are going to do this thing again where it's like, oh, it's just cosmetics only. Well, Fallout 76 was supposed to be cosmetics only. Black Ops 4 was not supposed to have microtransactions. They were supposed to be cosmetics only. Look what happened. It's like, this cosmetics only thing has died. It is not true anymore. And I've always called bullshit on it from the start. The second someone said cosmetics only in Fallout 76, I knew what they were going to do. It was so blatantly obvious. Look at the perk system, for fuck's sake. Look at how it works. It was clearly supposed to be a fucking microtransaction system. But they pulled it. But it's coming back. I guarantee you it is coming back later. Destiny 2 did the same fucking thing where they put microtransactions in later. Battlefield 1, I think, did the same thing. They put microtransactions in after they got the good press. This is the current tactic. Game companies have figured out that people boycott over microtransactions, so what they do is they get the purchase first, and then if people leave afterwards, they don't care. They've already got your money and the good press. And they get all the suckers who don't know about this on board as well. And if Borderlands 3 has cosmetics only DLC, well, don't fucking worry, sonny. It's coming later. There will be paid fucking advantages like golden keys, which IGN wants apparently. What? I mean, of course fucking IGN wants that, because IGN isn't a game journalist anymore. They're a fucking paid promotional fucking service for game companies to push agendas on. Like, it's so fucking blatant that IGN has been influenced to say this because it's probably in the fucking game. It's like softening the expectation for it. If someone tells you that this could happen, and then you're now sort of lightly expecting it to happen, you're not as pissed off when it does happen. You still might be pissed off, but you're not as pissed off and shocked when it happens, because you've already had the notion put in your head. That's what they're doing. That's like the corrupt side of why it won't live up to Borderlands 2. On just a normal scale, like, Borderlands 2 is such a fucking badass game. That's appropriate. You have to really go above and motherfucking beyond. Like, it's not the best game ever, like, but it is amazing. It's built up this community and hype around it for Borderlands 3. People are hyped the fuck up for Borderlands 3. Borderlands 2 is just so fucking good. Another issue that is quite unique to... Actually, well, it used to be kind of unique to looter shooters, but now it's actually found a way to squirm and fucking mangle its way into everything, is artificial grinding. And, I mean, Borderlands 2, I mean, you're lucky if you play for 3 hours and you level up once when you're in, like, the level, like, the 60s to 50 to 60 range, you know? Because it takes a long time to level up, even with the Moxie Endowment relic and stuff. I can just feel it. The artificial grind in Borderlands 3 will probably be inflated to massive amounts to keep constant play, which will further increase profitability of their microtransactions, which will be in the game, if they're in the game, obviously. I mean, again, I'm speculating. But I've seen it enough times. I mean, just look at things like Anthem and Destiny and even The Division. Like, just look, okay, just look. And actually, Red Dead Online as well. Like, the artificial grind is there to make microtransactions more attractive. I will be astounded if Gearbox refrains from microtransactions. I just don't think they will. And that's why, if they are in the game, then it will affect the game in general. But even if they don't, like, I can just... Let's say, hypothetically, that microtransactions are not in the game. A very unlikely scenario in these days, because of just the way Borderlands is. Borderlands is the perfect place for them. for these people to profit off of. It's almost already set itself up for it. But let's say it's not in there. Well, you're already at a disadvantage because of the built skepticism of these types of games. People are probably really burnt out on looter shooters recently. I mean, think about it. You got Destiny, you got Anthem, you got Division, all looter shooters. All looter shooters. Like, there's more looter shooters now than there's ever been, coming out in such short spans to each other, is what I mean. Like, they're everywhere. And I would say it's probably not too wild to say that people are probably a little burnt out on looter shooters, and so it won't have that impact that Borderlands 2 had when you first played it. And maybe it might have been the first looter shooter you ever played in your life. It was the first looter shooter I ever played, because the time it released, there was hardly any fucking looter shooters. It didn't release months, maybe even just a year after like 6 different fucking looters like Anthem and Destiny again. But like, I don't know. I just feel like it's the time it's coming out is actually working against it. And the fact that people have just seen it all now. There's a whole other can of giant toxic sandworms in the other fucking side of things, and that's politics. We are seeing everywhere now games are completely just politically charged. There are games coming out that are just so fucking just infested with politics that it's become political agenda first, game second. You know, and you know what a good way to piss off gamers is to put their game, the thing they're playing and paying for, second, and put your bullshit contrived fucking agendas first. Fuck you. Just all over the place. And now I'm paranoid to fuck that Outer Worlds is doing this as well. I don't know what it is about Outer Worlds. I haven't seen that much. I've been deliberately trying to keep out of the loop, but the trailer, all the short blue red hair, it's like, oh dear. I actually like that as a hairstyle, but that hairstyle's kind of been ruined for me by what I associate it with now in terms of politics. If it's just the style, great, but I just get the feeling that Outer Worlds will not be left alone in terms of narrative, and it will be injected with some form of political agenda, political correctness, whatever the fuck. If you ask me, I feel like Borderlands 3 is a ripe breeding ground for these sneakily, or even sometimes blatantly injected political agendas. Because of the way the game is, it's just so damn easy to slip in a little political notion there. Borderlands, the pre-sequel, had a bit of this. I don't know if anyone really noticed, but Borderlands, the pre-sequel, has a lot of political correctness going on. To the point where I felt like I couldn't even finish the game. You know, there was just things that were just being pushed in your fucking face so much. Like the Genie Springs and Athena thing going on, and it's just in your fucking face so damn much, and it's like, what the fuck? I was like, okay, cool, you're lesbians, whatever, I don't care, you know, like, what the fuck? Like, cool, okay, you're lesbians, that's funny, that's cool, that's a neat little thing, but it's like constantly throughout the fucking game is this, and it's like, it thinks it's supposed to be funny, but it's like, on a side note, the pre-sequel, like, oh my god, the pre-sequel thinks it's hilarious, and it gets none of what made Borderlands 2 funny. None of it. There was one thing that properly made me piss myself laughing in Borderlands. One thing! And that was the basketball thing, the basketball quest, where he just flies off into space. Like, that shit was funny. And personally, I actually feel like Borderlands 3 will be the final straw for a lot of people. I think if this game fucks up, I think it will be the final straw. Feels like it's going to be politically charged in certain areas. And I'm just done, man. I am done seeing these fucking politics in games. I am fucking done seeing political correctness in games. It's boring. No one fucking likes it. Stop doing it. It's fucking boring. It ruins your game. It ruins your narrative. It fucks up your gameplay. It fucks up your fucking tone of your game. It's shit. It's bad writing. Stop doing it. It just hurts your game. You fucking idiots. Like, please, if you want seals, stop fucking doing this shit. This, combined with your fucking greed and your fucking incompetence, is killing your own fucking cash cow. It's killing it. You stupid cunts! Like, how do you not see this? I'm fucking calling it right now. I know Borderlands 3 will go to the fucking Epic Store. I just know it will. And the Epic Store is garbage as well. Like, the Epic Store is so fucking shit! And there's no account deletion. Once they have you signed up, they have you fucking signed up. The bastards! You can't even delete your fucking account! They're like the new EA. They're like EA's fucking apprentice at this stage. They're buying up all these exclusives and all these rights because they got popular with Fortnite. Well, fuck Fortnite. I fucking hated it. Fuck you too for making all these games go to your goddamn shit platform. It didn't even have a search bar until a few months ago, and doesn't have Steam reviews. It doesn't have game reviews. You can't review a game. So in that respect, no game gets bad press on the Epic Game, and that's exactly what they want. This is what I've been telling people for fucking ever. They want a games platform that neuters and removes the voice of the people. That's what they want. They want a corporate controlled platform. Everything is streamlined to be sold to you through bullshit. That's what the Epic Store is. The Epic Store is the Netflix of gaming. Just the way that YouTube is going to become the Netflix of fucking low-brow entertainment in the future. Jimmy Kimmel type bullshit. Evil motherfuckers. And there's no other word for it, man. There is no goddamn other word for it. It is evil. Fuck these people. I have tried to do these long discussion type videos for months now, and I've ended up just quitting on them halfway through because it always, when I'm talking about games, it always devolves into this. A rant about politics and the future. Stuff that'll get you censored. It's supposed to be about Borderlands 3. And I'm gonna end it about Borderlands 3, but at the same time it has to be mentioned that the reason I am so skeptical about Borderlands 3 isn't because I doubt Gearbox, even though they produced a fucking lie. It's because the current climate, the industry, the bullshit surrounding all of it, it's just too much at this point where I just cannot accept anything at face value anymore. I used to be able to look at trailers and get hyped for them and just be like, oh my god, the game looks amazing. Can't do that anymore. You have to look at all this fucking subtle shit going on in the background, some of it even not so subtle, and then it's just like, what the fuck is this? You know, and then you just end up boycotting the game. You just hate it before you've even played it. I don't get the chance to even play these games anymore because I have to. By my morals, I have to boycott them. So I never ever get to end up playing some of these games, but I know enough about them to know that I do not support this. I don't support Anthem. I don't support its political correctness, and I do not support its fucking loot patching and its lies and its shady fucking practices. I don't support Destiny and adding in loot boxes, and adding in fucking microtransactions later, as well as being a painfully easy game for kids and having a pitiful story, and just this awful snot-nosed game in general. Like, it just feels like it's marketed towards fucking 12-year-olds, which it is, to be fair. Rage 2, I mean, like, look at the fucking trailer. I don't support the whitewashing of history from Battlefield 5. I don't support the ludicrous grind in Red Dead multiplayer. But yeah, man, I'm so nervous about Borderlands 3. It's just like, maybe it won't be the worst game ever, but I just know that there's gonna be stuff in there that's gonna make me be like, yeah, I'm not playing this, and that sucks because that means I'll just have to go back to playing Borderlands 2 again. And I played Borderlands 2 100 times, and I was sort of hoping that a new Borderlands game would finally come on and be the king. But even in a legacy sense, that I don't think Borderlands 3 can live up to Borderlands 2. But that wouldn't even be so bad if it just wasn't be that there was all this other shit that would be it's definitely going to be in there. It's definitely going to be in there. If you don't think it's going to be in there in some form or another, you're naive as fuck. You're naive as fuck. You're a fanboy. You don't want to accept the fact that it's going on. You don't want to accept it because you love Borderlands, or you're so tired of it you'll cling to any hope that it won't be there. Stop fucking defending it. People who deny the fact that this shit is going on in the gaming industry are the fucking climate change deniers of the goddamn gaming industry. I swear to God. To summarize, if the game's good, whatever. I'll be the first one. I'll do the same thing I did with Fallout 76. I am saying this now. I will be the first one to come out and say I was wrong. However, I really strongly believe that what I've said, while maybe I mean I've definitely been hyperbolic. I am very hyperbolic in nature. But I do feel that what I've said, it stands on its own, is that there will be political correctness injected into this. There will be microtransactions. There might be content stripped from the game. It's mainly the microtransactions. It's mainly the greed of the game and the political charging of the game that is the two things bugging me the most. But when you think about it, like, I know the two things on their own doesn't sound very much, but when you look at just how much those two things alone, sometimes even on their own, destroy a game, they both have the capacity to be extremely prevalent in this game. Is really worrying, you know? Really worrying. And that's why I think that you should seriously ease off the gas with your hype for the game. Go in with a very open mind, very skeptical view of the game. Question what's put in front of you. Because remember, there is always a goddamn motive. That's all I'm saying to you, is just don't fanboy over the game. Please, for fuck's sake, go in and just be skeptical. Because look at what happens, man. And you see, if it does that sort of stuff, I urge you to, I know it's going to be hard, big thing to ask, and I don't expect anybody to do it, to be honest. I don't expect anybody to do it. But you see, if this stuff is really as out of control as I can visualize it being in this game, really just all over the top, I urge you to boycott it. Because I will be making a video when it gets released, and I will be analyzing the shit that's talked about, and I'll either say I told you so, or hey, maybe it doesn't look so bad. And I will admit, and I will call myself out if I was wrong. But I really don't think I will be. And it's exactly what I said for Fallout 76. And look at what happened to Fallout 76. You know what I mean? People called me a bullshitter for Fallout 76, for what I said about Fallout 76. They said, oh, you're fucking wrong, you're fucking wrong, you're fucking wrong. And all the points I made were proven right. By big voices, and no one called them down. Most people agreed with them. That's because they did it afterwards. They didn't have the foresight to call it. They didn't have the nerve to fucking call it before it happened. Well, here I am. The game's not out. Haven't even seen a trailer yet, and I'm calling it right now. The game will be fucking disappointing at best, horrendous at worst. And, you know, if you want to call me a bullshitter, fine. Don't worry. That's fine. I can understand why you might feel that way, and I can respect why you feel that way. However, we'll see, won't we? So that's all I have to say on it, really. It was just a very informal goddamn rant, I guess, because I've been penting it up for ages, and I can't be fucked writing a script, because you know what'll happen if I write a script? I'll go off script, and I'll just rant, and then the whole thing will be fucked. That, and I'm too lazy to write a script.